Aloha Kakou. Hello all. It is time for another Aloha Friday, and today we're going to learn the Kawelu and the Kalakaua. So the reason why I'm teaching them together is you will see they're very similar. Kawelu is a rock step. Kalakaua is essentially a double rock step. There is a little bit of discrepancy between helaus. Some reverse it. Some call the Kalakaua the single rock step and the Kawelu the double. So it kind of depends, but they're in that same vein and they are related. So you will see just how related they are. But first, as always, we have to do our review. So first is the uwehe. So I'm gonna see if you remember that one. I'm gonna give you a moment before I show you. So practice the uwehe, which is hands on our hips, knees slightly bent, tailbone tucked under, ab engaged. It is step, uwehe, step, uwehe. You got it. All right, next is the hela, which I hope you remember that one. It's the more easier one. So practice your hela. And next we're gonna do our hela. Out and in, out and in. And next we have the kaholo, which is the vamp or the verse, the one that's really common and really popular. Hopefully you remember that one. It is 1, 2, 3, tap. If you're having trouble with the hands, just keep your hands on your hips. Practice that way. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. All right, we have the ummi. See if you remember that one. Practice, practice, practice. So the ummi is the circle with your hips. It's more of an oval. And make sure you practice one direction and then reverse it. So we have our ummi. And last week we learned the ka'u. So let's see if you remember that one. It is also a hip one, but it is very different from the ummi. So hopefully you remember. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to lift up one heel and then the other. And we are pushing our hips one side and the other, kind of scooping, using our hips to scoop up. All right, good review. And now we have the Kawelu and the Kalakaua. So what they look like are forward and back, forward and back. So this is what I call the Kawelu. So from the side, which normally you can do it forward, but typically it's done like this. So there is a bit of a level change on this one. I know normally I say don't ever do level changes, but this one you do stand nice and proud. Well, you have your knees slightly bent, but when you do the rock step, you bend a bit lower and you do a sway. Tap, the tap in the middle is what will keep you from losing your place. And in a regular hula, I've seen it a lot where people do this and then they're beat off. So they're not in the same beat with the rest of the halau. So that tap in the middle is really important. Most hula is a 3 count, if that helps. So it's a 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. To make sure that I'm doing everything correctly, I don't just do a sway and come back. I tend to lift my foot almost up and back, tap, lift. So this is the Kawelu up to speed. 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Sorry, it's normally a 4 count, not a 3 count. I was wrong. 1, 2, 3. I always forget the tap. The tap is the 4th count. So again, you can do it forward. And the Kalakaua is just a double. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, tap. So still a 4 count, but technically an 8 count because you were doing 2 sets of 4 on each side. So up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little bit trickier. I don't know what it is, but adding that second one. So we have the Kawelu and the Kalakaua. Got it? Next week will be our last week together. I just want to say thank you for this entire crazy year of being able to teach you hula and a little bit of the history of hula. So we're going to review next week. I might talk a little bit more about the history and some of the traditions. So hopefully you'll practice. Just remember your steps. Next week I'm going to try my best not to show you, so hopefully you did practice. Even though I can't see, I'll be thinking about it. So keep practicing. We got our Kawelu, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the Kalakaua can also be done forward as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just, I've always known them to go to the side. So, and remember on the tap, you are facing straight ahead. So you don't go into the next one until you're straight ahead. So it is definitely not it's not a tap turn. You want to make sure your movements are precise. So that's all I have for you this week. We'll review next week before we take our break. Not quite sure what the summer holds, but if you check with us on summer programming, hopefully we have some more hula there for you. So I will see you next week. Aloha. Bye.